Hello,
Hi, sir. How are you?
I am fine. I am very fine. Thank you.
Okay, I'm also well. I'm also well.
My friend, I'm so glad uh, you agreed to the interview. Thank you for that.
You're most welcome, my friend. You're most welcome.
And now I will introduce you to our esteemed audience. Ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, welcome to the world of professional box, where new stars are born through grit, sweat, and uh, undeniable talent. Today, we are proud to introduce a rising prospect from South Africa, a warrior who transitions from an illustrations amateur background illustrious into the grueling ranks of the pros. Khaya Gabuza, born in the heart of Kwandebele, Limpopo, this 26-year-old middleweight sensation carries the pride of his nation. As an amateur, Khaya dominated the rings. Uh, very talented boxer and future of this sport. Two-time Mpumalanga Champion, two-time and the prestigious African Zone 4 champion, with a foundation built on elite amateur, charismatic and very talented boxer. Thank you so much for this interview. And my first question: what are your most vivid memories of growing in Kwandebele, and how did your hometown influence the person you are today?
It is a very tricky question what you just asked now, because of what happened is I was born in Kwandebele, and I was born in Kwandebele. Then, when I was 3 years old, 3 years old, we had to relocate to Pretoria, Mamelodi. Then that's where I found boxing. That's when I found boxing. That's where I was from. I was groomed from. I was not born in Mamelodi, but I was groomed by Mamelodi. I don't know if I'm making sense.
This is very interesting because
Yeah.
South Africa has a very rich sport cultures and every kid plays outside with friend. I very like the World Cup in the South Africa in 2010. One of the best.
Yeah.
One of the best World Cup in the history.
Yeah. Indeed.
Yes. Did you play any other sports during your childhood before boxing took over your life?
It's so funny. I was playing chess when I was 8 years old. I started playing chess when I was 8 years old until 2015. That's when I started. That's when I left chess and played my career. Yeah, man, I was a very good chess player. I can tell. I was at my primes, as a junior. I remember 2015. I won South African junior chess champion. Like I was the best junior in South Africa.
Family is the ultimate backbone for any athlete who wants to achieve greatness in life. Their support can either make or break a young kid's dream. How did your family react when you first expressed interest in combat sports? Was your family supportive of your decision to become a fighter when you were young?
Yo, it was a very not an easy decision, but I was so lucky in a point whereby I had a very supportive mother on my side. I was raised by a single parent. My father passed away when I was young, So I grew up with my mom and my siblings. So I had a very supporting structure. You could have, when I'm going to, especially amateur, we don't have money. You need to have like, you need to find yourself in terms of transport money going to attend the tournament, food. So my mom was there for me. I don't know. He's the one who built this structure. I'm here because of my mom. I don't want to lie to you. So I had a very supportive structure and family.
I know many mothers who are against having their children go to boxing. After all, boxing
Yeah,
is a very dangerous sport.
yeah, true, true. Especially African mothers, they don't want it.
Who took you to a boxing gym for the first time? And what? And what was that day like?
Hey, hey. So it was this friend of mine. I don't know where is he now. I still need to say when I become a world champion, I need to search for that guy and thank him. So what happened is it was around seven, you know, township. I grew up in a township of Mamelodi. So it was like around six or so. I had this friend of mine. It is summer, six normally. When it's 6 p.m., it's not that dark. So I met this friend of mine. He said, "Hey, I'm having a session. I'm training. I'm going to a boxing gym." I said, come, let's go. I wanna spar you." Okay, what? I was asking, what? Okay, let's go. Let me try it. Hey, he was bullying me, that guy. He was bullying me. So I'm the type of a guy whereby I refuse to lose. I rather come bully me every day until I get it right. So it was not nice. It wasn't a very good experience. It's so funny. I trained for 2 weeks. Then the third week I had, there was a tournament. They put me in. I didn't know anything about boxing. So then the funny part is, I only lasted 2 rounds out of 3 rounds. That was so sad.
Oh, uh, I don't respect those who bully others. It's disgusting.
No, I was saying bullying in a sense whereby I was getting bullied in a sparring session, not in like in reality. It's just a sparring session. Now I'm emphasizing the part that I was getting kicked out. I was getting my ass kicked out.
Absolutely. You are right. 100%. I'm from Ukraine, and I grew up in the battles of Klitschko brothers. Then,
Yeah,
when I grew up, I watched the fights of Vasyl Lomachenko, Alexander Usyk, Dmitry Big,
yeah,
Triple G, Gennady Golovkin, and others.
yeah.
Who,
Okay.
who were your favorite boxing idols that you looked up to during your childhood?
Firstly, I don't know if you know it. I'm having a mentor. My mentor is a former WBF world champion. He fought the likes of, I don't know if you know, Tony Lopez.
What do you like about him?
I don't know if you know him. Who's like carrying me currently is Ditao Mulefeya, Ditao Diarora Mulefeyan. I don't know if you know him. You should search about him and see the great roots of history of South African boxing. He fought with the likes of Tingan Towel. I don't know if you know Tingan.
Limpopo has
He was a junior. Huh?
continue.
What I say? So yeah, he fought the likes of Tinan Tobela, he fought the likes of Tony Lopez. He stayed in America for 3 years. And yes, so I look up to that old man. I just look up to him. He knows like this is a very good mentor. That's my first choice of thing. Then second choice I look up to, for now I just can say, for now I look up to Crawford, to be honest.
By the
I don't
way,
know, like
Terence
I look
Crawford
up to
versus
Terence
Saul
Crawford.
Alvarez. What do you think?
That's my second option. I look up to Terence Crawford. He's a very special guy. He's a very talented guy. Has a very good boxing IQ. So he's a very talented person. At this prime.
Terence Crawford versus Saul
Terence,
Alvarez. What do you think
huh?
about this fight?
Who? Terence against who?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
He won. He won the fight. He won the fight. But there's this other guy. Booth Ellis is a very dangerous guy. He's a very dangerous guy. I don't know if you know him. Eh?
Oh,
You know Booth Ellis?
yes, Jaron Boots Ennis
Ellis.
versus
Yes.
Xander Zayats.
Yeah, they are fighting soon. But Zayas won't last with Boots because of Boots is a very solid fighter. Boots is a very solid fighter. It's very solid. When we speak of solid, someone who's very solid, we speak of Boots. Zayas, I see him after his last fight against the guy from Germany. Yeah, I was not convinced that he could beat Boots Ennis after his last performance, winning that title with the German guy. I was like, I saw the performance, but I'm not. It's not giving.
Oh, that's what I want to say. That Jaron Boots Ennis will become an absolute, undisputed champion.
Definitely. Busin is definitely on that one. I'm with you, my friend. I'm on your team.
By the way, Ortiz, Mexican boxer Ortiz, runs away from him.
Who?
Uh, Mexican boxers, or Virgil
Oh
Ortiz.
yeah, definitely. They ran away from Boots. Even Terence Crawford ran away from Boots.
Yes. Limpopo.
Even Terence Crawford himself is running away from Boots. Boots is an animal. I will lie to you. Canelo used to spar Boots. What happened is, I don't know. There was a footage leaked out whereby Boots had Canelo in battle. I don't know if you saw came across that.
In my honest opinion, I think
Hmm?
Jaron Boots Ennis will outperform Floyd Mayweather 50-0.
Yeah. On that one is very tricky because of Floyd is more of a technical boxer. But Dennis is a monster. He's a killer, you know. So it's very technical. But if Floyd go to super welter, he's gonna die with Boots. He's not gonna even last with Boots on that one. But Floyd is a very smart boxer. He can adjust. He really can adjust. I don't know about now. When you grow older, the performance decreases, but Floyd can adjust to a fight. I don't know if you remember this fight, Floyd against Mosley. You
Oh,
remember that fight?
oh.
Floyd against Sean Mosley. Is it Sean Mosley or who?
In 2010.
Yeah. You saw first and the second round how Floyd had pressure, but he adjusted on the third round.
By the way, Shane Mosley was old in that battle.
What?
Shane Mosley was old.
Yeah, he
30,
was very old.
very,
He
very.
was very old. And Floyd was at his prime. Yeah, Floyd was at his prime, so there's nothing you can do. If someone is at his prime and you are and you'll be just a stepping stone.
What is the most valuable life lesson that Limpopo taught you during your early years?
I left Kwandebele when I was young. I left Kwandebele when I was young, so I can't really remember. The only place that grew me is Mamelodi. That's what I can tell you.
School years can be difficult to balance when you start training seriously every evening.
Yeah, yeah, it's very difficult to balance, and at some point, when you grew up in a very disadvantaged home, it becomes more difficult for you. I don't know if I'm making sense. So it becomes more difficult for you but it's all in here, in your brain, in your heart. What do you want? You just need to be strong for everything. Just need to be strong, stay focused.
Yes, right now you are a very, very strong boxer. You are the future.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
And how did you feel during your very first sparring session in the boxing gym?
So I'm having a very good sparring session. I'm sparring bronze medalist, Commonwealth bronze medalist Simniwe Bong. Also, we're having a very good camp. I'm fighting soon. I'm fighting soon. So I'm in a very good camp currently. So yeah.
We all have difficult times, dark times, very difficult times. Did you ever have moments as a child where you wanted to leave boxing completely?
Yeah, I had my moments whereby I wanted to leave boxing. Boxing is a very peaceful sport. It's a very painful sport in a sense whereby it could affect you mentally. If you're not strong, if you'll crash out. Boxing is a very, because of this, especially here in South Africa, there's politics, man. The people like to put politics. I won't state out names or organizations, but I'll just say there's politics. So if I was in a sense whereby I was caught in one of those, especially last year, I was caught in one of those politics. So it was very tough for me. And it was very tough for me to make a decision because of I just changed trainers. When you change trainers and management, and you'll be in a sense whereby I was in a situation whereby the older manager of me, he felt betrayed, but he was not. As a manager, you must leave. You must act like a manager. I don't know if I'm making sense towards my life, towards my career, but I felt no sense of acting as a manager.
Growing up shapes your mental toughness, which in
Can you
90%
hear me?
of the game in boxing, if you are soft inside, the ring will expose you very quickly. Which specific childhood experience built the mental toughness that you show inside the
Yeah,
now?
community. I'm from a very rough community in a sense whereby I grew up in my. You should search about my melody. So I like you can't do anything. Like I was groomed by the street whereby they taught me how to be tough. How to hustle for what you want. You know. So I was raised by some people are some people who are very special in my life and taught me life, taught me how to be a go-getter, how to be strong, how to fight for what you want. So it helped me mentally. I don't want to lie to you. It really helped me mentally.
You have a very cool amateur era, a lot of titles. Two-time Mpumalanga Champion. You are
He
South Africa Champion.
is
You
two-time
are
SA champion.
African,
After
African Zone 4
four
Champion.
champion. Yes.
Great, great achievements. I admire
Yes. Thank you.
you. What was
Thank you.
your mindset when you first entered the Mpumalanga regional boxing tournaments?
Yeah, it was a situation. I was like, I started competing provincial championship when I was 17 years as a youth. I was a youth. It was a very great experience. But when you are young and you are boxing, when you are preparing for a fight, you don't see anything. All you wanna do is want to enter in the ring and get out safe. That's what matters. So I can't say I felt. I just wanted to get in and do my job and make sure I'm safe. I'm outside of the ring safe, and my opponent also safe and alive.
How did it feel to win the Mpumalanga Championship for the second time in your career?
It was very much interesting because of it shows that it was a motivation for me to do more. I don't know if I'm making sense. It was a really motivation for me to do more and to make sure that I want to achieve what I want to achieve and I want to leave a statement when I turn pro. So I wanted to be in the Olympic team, obviously, but unfortunately we couldn't make it. So, but I left a statement either or as an amateur. I left a statement.
The amateur style is all about speed, volume, and
Speed
scoring.
and work rate. That's all. It's all about work rate. Let's put it that way.
What was the key tactical adjustment that helped you dominate your amateur opponent so fast?
What's the tricky part? I was fighting amateur. It was a situation whereby I just needed to guards up and go front. I must not go. I must not allow my opponent to push me backwards. Because the minute they pushing you backwards, automatically the judges they will see that this guy's in control. So I just needed to be all I was making sure that I'm controlling the fight. I'm controlling this person. I'm ruling this ring. That's the strategy I was using in amateur. Because of 3 rounds is a very small round.
Becoming the South African national champion is a massive milestone that seals your
Yeah.
name in history. You are no
Yes.
longer just a local prospect. You are the best in the country. Can you describe
Yes.
the emotions you felt when you become the South African national champion?
Yes, true to that. What did you say, Becca Bareng?
What can you describe the emotions you felt when you become the South African national champion?
I felt like it was a dream. Like I was feeling like I was dreaming, and I was in tears because of I made history out of Mamelodi, out of Pretoria. Even I was the first. I was the only person who made it in the national team in Pretoria, if I'm not mistaken. And especially in my hometown, I was representing my hometown, which is Mamelodi and Kwandebele. So I was the only boxer who's made it into the national team, only boxer who became the SA champion in my hometown and my hometown and my other hometown, let me put it that way. So I felt like I made history, it's going down to the books. And I made a statement that young ones to live up to me, because of all I want to do. Just want to motivate the young ones that to show them anything is possible as long as you work hard and you put in the work. That's the goal. That's the motion currently.
On the way to the title of the best boxer of your country, tell me who you defeated on your way.
When?
Uh, when you become the South African champion, national
Yo, I
champion.
forgot. I forgot his name. I was fighting this guy from Western. My last appearance in it was 2023. My last appearance in essays in South African Youth and Elite Championship. It was 2023 in Limpopo. So I was fighting this other guy from. It was I forgot I forgot his name. He was from Western Cape, but in the finals. So what happened is to become a national championship, you need it as a knockout stage. You knock out, you can fight every day until the finals. That's the system that they use. So it was a system like that. But my finals, I fought this guy from Western Cape.
And
I outdid him with points. It was something like 5-1 or so in my favor.
by the way, which
Mm.
opponent gave you the hardest challenge during your amateur career?
Yo, this other guy from Zambia, there's this Mandela Africa Cup. We're in Durban. Yo, that guy gave me a tough time from Zambia. It's not Zambia. He's from what country? Namibia. Not Zambia, Namibia. He was from Namibia. Yo, that guy he's stark, young, he's very tough.
Winning the African Zone for Championship. What did it mean to you to represent South Africa at the African Zone for Championship?
It was a goal come true, man. It was a goal come true. Like I was finally laying off the statement. As I was telling you that the main goal was to put on the statement and make sure that people, the younger ones, they get motivated and they join the sport and show them that anything is possible without describe your ability to become the best. So hence I'm saying it was a very statement. It was a statement that I'm making my country proud, my hometown proud, and myself proud. I was in tears of joy.
What was
I was in tears of joy.
what was your main game plan for the final bout of the African Zone for Championship? Tell me please about your game plan.
I was okay. The I remember the zone four. It was in Mozambique, and the finals I was fighting Mozambique. So I just needed to take that guy sit out. That was the plan because of automatically I know that when you are not fighting home soil, home ground, there's disadvantage that you can lose the fight. So I just needed a knockout, so the knockout came.
Amateur boxing is very, very interesting because amateur boxing can sometimes be frustrating due to the political decisions. This is bad. This is very bad.
Yes, true.
Political
Yeah,
decision
true.
and confusing point systems.
True to that.
Did you suffer
True
from
to
any
that.
controversial judging decision during your time as an amateur boxer?
Lucky enough, I never faced one, but I knew of people who faced one, and it was very bad. It was very bad for him. I'm just saying, God was with me because I was praying every time. Before a fight, I pray. You know, so I think by the Lord and Savior, I was protected. indeed.
Oh. My friend, how did you
Yes.
mentally cope with bad judge decisions?
It was so bad, man. But there's nothing you can do if the judges took the decision. There's no way you can go back, you know. But it's very bad. It's affecting life, and it's even happening in pro level, and it's very bad. I really don't support this, because of it's very hectic, man. It's very hectic seeing someone who worked hard, who went through a camp, who outdoes the opponent, but the opponent win, you know? So it's very bad.
I know that judges are often bought corruption, corruption, and every champion has
Yes.
a mentor who shapes their style and guides them through the fine. What was the coach that
Mm.
guided you to your biggest amateur titles and victories? Tell me please about your coach.
The coach.
Yeah.
The coach was he's a very gentleman, is Brajan Matsole, the one who taught me boxing. Yeah, he was with me by on my side. And we really worked. We really worked and we made history together, We made people we shocked we shocked people. We shocked people and we still gonna shock the world.
And having over 100 amateur bouts gives a fighter an incredible amount of ring vision and calmness. You have seen every style possible: southpaws, brawlers, and elite
Yes.
counterpunchers.
Yeah, yeah.
What was your total final record in amateur boxing before you decided to turn professional?
Yo, I can't really record. I have fought so many fights. Maybe around about 156. Somewhere there. 150 to 70, 170 fights.
Oof. You have a great record. Many, many fights.
Yeah, many fights. I was fighting. I was traveling to fight.
Next, we will talk about your professional career. Making
Mm-hmm.
the decisions to leave the safety of heat guards and large gloves is a huge step. What made you choose the year 2025 to officially begin your professional boxing career?
It was time. It was time because of I was checking the age is aging. I'm getting old. I just need to build my record in a pro rank and become a world champion. So it was a situation by age is aging with me. Age is no longer on my side. Just need to push. I just need to push, get the record because of our. I felt like my time was gone as an amateur. I played my part. It's more than enough. What more do I want from amateur boxing? So it's time to get the new journey on back on the new journey. Hence, I'm here now, living the new journey.
Tell me, please, about your first fight in professional. Tell me, please, about your training camp.
Your training camp is don't talk about training. The pro is a pro.
Yes,
Yo,
yes, pro.
yo. No man, having to learn how to drop weight, going on a street diet, cutting 8 kgs to 10 kgs, learning how to use water bath, hot water bath, how to cut weight with it, learning how to rehydrate after the weigh in, so many things I learned in a short period of time with 3 fights. Now I can do it myself. I can go on a camp alone and I know how to cut my weight. I know how to rehydrate. I know the rules of water loading. I don't know if you know water loading.
Middleburg Boxing Academy is known for its strict discipline, hardcore training regimes, and great heritage. It's a
Yes,
place where raw talent is refined into polished diamond championship material. How did you
yes.
become a part of the Middleburg Boxing Academy training stable?
This one is a very tricky question. I was scouted by the founder of Middleburg Boxing Academy, which is Coach Steven Peterson, is my manager currently. Is the one who's managing was managing myself. So it was a situation. I was scouted by him, and he scouted me when I was trialing for turning pro. So usually in BSA, what they do before you turn pro, you have to go for trials. They see that you can box, then they put your name in. So I went to trials. They saw the skill. They saw I can box. They saw, but they knew me that it was a situation just to show up. But they know that automatically I was gonna get it through. You know. So I had to trial. Then I showcase my skills. Then Coach Steven was interested. Then he took me in the team.
What was the most difficult adjustment you had to make when switching to professional rules?
The adjustment that I needed to make was to adapt in adding another round, and I was to adapt in, like, when you throw punches, you need to use your hip rotation. So as amateurs, amateurs, you normally use our hip so much because of it's just only touch and move. So in pro, there's a system that they use whereby when you hit, you need to hit the hip rotation so you can have a very powerful shot. So like I needed to adjust in using my hip rotation, needed to adjust in changing levels, switching side to side. So many things I adjusted in pro that I needed to learn.
Sponsors are the lifeblood of a rising professional fighters, allowing them
Mhm.
focus entirely on training without financial stress. How much does the sponsorship from Propshaft Center Middleburg help you focus on your boxing?
Come again, I can't hear you.
How much does the sponsorship from Propshaft Center Middleburg help you focus on your boxing?
Yo, those ones are taking care of me. They are paying, my accommodation is paid by them. The meals, they make sure that I get incentive that I can eat every week. I get something every week that I can make sure I maintain myself. So basically, they're doing everything for me, accommodation plus food.
Management.
Yeah,
Management
my manager.
plays a critical role in matchmaking. Who is currently responsible for managing your career and selecting your opponents in the pros?
Is Coach Steven Peterson is the one who's doing all the magic.
How did it feel the first time you wore professional 8 or 10 ounce fight gloves?
Huh? Come again?
How did it feel uh, to go to the first professional fight?
Yo, it was something else. Yo, turning my first fight. I was nervous. I was yo. This all you can put them all in one, man. I was very nervous.
Also, diet and weight cutting become much more scientific and brutal when you enter the professional ranks.
Yes, true. Hence, I'm saying what I needed to adjust so many things in terms of recutting, rehydrating. I needed to learn all of these things, water loading, I just needed to learn all of this there. I'm learning step by step.
Is it easy or difficult for you to make the middleweight limit for your professional fights?
Yo, it's very, I can say, it's not that it's a matter of discipline and how I'm preparing. Just a matter of discipline. It's easy, just a matter of you need to be disciplined.
What do you think about the competition level in South African professional boxing right now?
Now it's boxing in South Africa, especially in pro, is really growing nicely. Like there's competition. There's really competition. So it's really growing currently. It's really growing, and I think it's good for the sport, and it's good for the marketing.
Oh, maybe, probably, the best level of boxing is in the South Africa on continent.
What?
South Africa has the best level. The best level.
Okay, of boxing
Yes, yes,
out of Africa.
yes, on the
Okay,
continent.
yeah, true. True. Yes.
Next question is very interesting because walking
Okay.
out to the ring with music playing, fans screaming. What music
hmm
did you walk out to for your first professional fight against Cyril Mulvale?
Oh, my first professional fight. I use this check party is for Lady Zama called "Come on, come on, come on, my melody" is a house music. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, my melody. Like it's a very interesting song. It's for Lady Zama.
And tell me please, this is cool music. Are you going to go under her all the time?
Come again?
Uh, are you going to the ring to go under her all time?
Under what? I can hear you very well.
Uh, uh, okay.
I really can't hear you. What are you saying? What are you saying, sir?
Are you going to go to the ring under this song all the time?
No, no, no. My second fight, I used I don't know if you know Friday, proud of me with McMill. I know you're proud of me.
You won that debut fight via
Yeah.
a majority decision over
Mm,
four tough rounds of action. Uh,
yes.
did you know you had won the fight before the judges announced the decision?
Yes, definitely because of the work rate I was putting.
Who was the first person you celebrated with inside the ring after your debut win?
I had my mentor in, I had my coaches in, I had my managers in. So I was with the team, whole of the team. We were celebrating together out of this our pro debut. It was a very great celebration.
The two gritty draws. On August 23, 2025, you faced Martin Maswanganui a fighter
Yes,
desperate for a win to fix his record. These types of
yes,
opponents are extremely dangerous because they have absolutely nothing to lose. What did
yes.
you expect from Martin Maswanganui when you stepped into the ring with him?
Yo, I thought it was a very tough decision, but the way I ranked, I was really not happy with the judge about the fight. It was very unfair. The judge, the way they scored the fight was very poor. I was working all the rounds. I was even the commentator was saying Martin Maswangane did little too little to win the fight. Even that it was, I don't know if you know, Hector Batley was the commentator on the night.
Were you disappointed with the split draw decision against
I was,
Martin in August?
I was very disappointed. I was beating myself up.
Looking back, do you believe you won more rounds than Martin in that bout?
Definitely. I believe that I won more rounds. Because of I was the one who's controlling the fight. I was the one who's working more. Definitely with confidence.
In your opinion, why do judges judge so badly?
I really don't know. I really don't know. I really don't know. On that one, I can if I don't see anything happening, but it's something that it needs to be fixed by the organization itself.
On March 14, 2026, you returned to the ring to face Matthew Patterson, who has
Yes,
making his professional debut. How did you
yes.
prepare for Matthew Patterson without knowing anything about his boxing style?
Yeah, he was a very awkward fighter, I could say. So the fight was 50-50 because of it was a situation whereby I was getting in and collect and getting out. I was getting caught. So it was a very 50. It was a fair judgment, the draw. He was a very awkward fighter.
The fight with Patterson also
He
ended in a tough point draw
draw.
after
Yes.
four highly competitive rounds. Is it
Yes.
frustrating for an undefeated prospect to have two consecutive draws on their record?
Yeah, it's not a very good record. Having two draws in like it needs to be questioned. It's not a very good one.
What do you think? Maybe we need to do more rounds.
I think if I can do more rounds. I think it will work much better.
Uh,
Because of 4 rounds is not for me.
uh, uh, in my honest opinion, just four rounds is not enough.
Yeah, for me it's not enough. That's what I thought we talked about with my manager. But now when I fight my last 4 rounds, then I'm
Some boxing analysts say that a draw is a great learning experience because it keeps a fighter hungry and humble. Do you feel that these two draws
yeah.
taught you more than a quick knockout victory?
Yeah, it taught me so much. It taught me so much. And after the draws I was channeled in a way, my mentor came, the former world champion came. He was channeling me on how to do things. But now I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I'm working on myself currently.
If there were 8 rounds of fights, you would knock out them, haven't
Hmm?
You would knock them out.
Yeah, true.
Having a professional record of one win and two draws means you are still completely undefeated in your career. You are
Yeah.
undefeated. How motivated
Yes.
are you to keep your undefeated record intact in your next fights?
I'm willing to die. I'm willing to die for this record. I'm really willing to die for it. I rather fight until I get my hands off.
Fans online in Instagram, Facebook, fans online have been calling for rematches against both Maswanganui and Patterson to settle the scores cleanly. Are you interested?
Where do you see them? Where do you see them?
uh, in Instagram? Are you interested in a rematch with Maswanganui or Patterson to clear your record?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. With Peterson, it was a situation of the promoter. We were negotiating, but they didn't have like it's just talking, but doesn't put action in. Action, I mean, like in a sense whereby just talking and talking and promising us lies and everything. So, but definitely at the end of this year, I need to have like one rematch between those twos to settle the score. Will be fair enough.
The interview is about to end, and in the final part of our interview, we will talk about your future plans. Currently, BoxRec
Mm,
ranks you as a number 13 out of 18 active professional middleweights in South Africa. What is your plan to clean
yeah.
up the South African middleweight rankings this year?
Hence, I'm saying I'm currently having a negotiation with number 12. We might fight, but I'm still waiting for the management of that guy to climb in and see. But it's not in contract, but we're still in negotiation. And if I fight that guy, I'm sure I'll be number 9 or 8 in the country after this fight if I win.
4 round fights are just the beginning of a professional journey, and real
Yeah,
testing begins at 6 and 8 rounds. Do you
yes.
think your next professional bout will be scheduled for 6 rounds?
Yeah, I'm just as I'm saying, we are still in negotiation. Nothing is finalized yet. Let
No.
me see at the end of this week. By next week, I'm sure I'll be having everything in point in paper.
Why do you believe the middleweight division suits your physical attributes the best?
Because of built for middleweight, my body structure is very big. I can't fight lightweight. And amateur I was in the light heavyweight. When I was in amateur, I was 875 to 80 kgs. So yeah, it fit me so well.
A boxer's life outside the ring needs to be peaceful so they can focus entirely on the daily grind of training. How do you
Mm.
spend your free time when you are not training for a fight?
I'm always indoors because if I'm in a place where I don't know anyone here, I mean I'm miles away from home. So I don't know anyone. I started the new life here in Middleburg, and I'm saying I'm under the Middleburg Boxing Academy currently. So I'm miles away from home. So if I'm free, I'm on my phone, just be on Instagram, putting statuses, watching statuses. That's the discipline I keep. My phone keep me busy.
South Africa has produced legendary world champions like Brian Mitchell, Dingaan Thobela, Corey Sanders, and Mpumalanga Champion. Legendary world champions. Which legendary South African boxer inspires you the most to achieve world championship greatness?
Hence, I'm saying that inspired by my mentor, Ditamo Molefian. He was a world champion back then. He fought the likes of Tony Lopez. He is the one who's inspiring them more.
Oh, by the way, do you remember how Corey Sanders knocked out Vladimir Klitschko?
Yes, yes.
Legendary fight.
It was a legendary fight indeed.
And social media is a powerful tool for modern boxer to build their personal brand, attract global
Yes,
sponsors, and talk for fans. Instagram,
yes.
Facebook, YouTube, X, and many other social media. Do you manage your own social media accounts to connect directly with your boxing fans?
Yes, I do manage myself I do manage my accounts. I do manage my accounts.
And every fighter visualizes holding a major world championship belt like the WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, or ZUFA. Which major world boxing organization belt is your ultimate dream to hold one day?
Obviously, it's WBC and WBA.
Why?
Yo, that's the strongest, man. You can't ask me why. As you know, yes, you follow boxing, WBC and WBA. That's the first priority to have.
And uh, I also love soccer very much. Do you like to watch soccer?
I was watching soccer and I was watching Portugal against Congo now before the meeting.
Mm. And just now, Congo played 1-1 against Portugal.
Yeah, they played 1-1.
And we are wrapping up this amazing interview, and the fans cannot wait to see your next move in the ring. The future
Thank
is
you so much.
incredibly bright for you, and your journey
Thank you so
has
much.
respect.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it, sir.
What is your main message to the boxing world as you continue your professional journey?
The message is I will shock the world. That's what I can say.
Thanks a ton for your time today. I had a blast chatting about the role and getting a feel for the team's culture. I'm super excited about what you guys are building and would love to be a part of it. Let's stay in touch. Thank you so much for this incredible interview. I really appreciate your time. You are very, very good boxer, and I'm sure you are the future of boxing and future world champion. I wish you to become world champion. You deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Goodbye and good luck.
Thank you so much, sir.